Let me tell you something. Familiarity without boundaries breeds comfort, and too much comfort kills desire. When you are always available, replying within seconds, always saying yes, always initiating, you unintentionally remove the emotional tension that creates attraction. Human psychology doesn't value what feels guaranteed, it values what feels earned. When she knows you'll always respond instantly, there's no emotional risk on her side. No wondering, no anticipation, and anticipation is where emotional attachment grows. When you reduce your availability, you're not manipulating. You're restoring balance, you're reminding her and yourself that your life is full, structured, and meaningful beyond her presence. Absence is powerful because it forces reflection. When you're no longer constantly present, your silence becomes noticeable. She starts checking your activity. She wonders why you haven't replied yet. She becomes aware of the gap. That gap creates emotional space, and in that space, feelings resurface. Curiosity is the first stage of missing someone. It starts subtly. What is he doing? Why isn't he online? Is he talking to someone else? These questions don't come from indifference. They come from emotional investment. When you were always there, she didn't have to process your value. But when you step back, your absence becomes an experience. Remember, mystery doesn't mean disappearing forever. It means being selective. It means not over-explaining your schedule, not reporting every move, not seeking validation through constant communication. Scarcity increases perceived value. If you're rare, you're respected. If you're predictable and constant without boundaries, you're taken for granted. Let her feel your absence. That's where missing begins. Real growth is silent. Weak growth is loud. If you want her to miss you, don't try to prove anything verbally. Don't post quotes about leveling up. Don't send indirect messages. Don't try to show her what she lost through words. Show it through transformation. When you shift your focus from chasing her attention to building yourself, something powerful happens. Your energy changes. You walk differently, you speak differently, you carry yourself differently, and that shift is noticeable. Hit the gym not to impress her, but to discipline yourself. Improve your finances not to make her jealous, but to secure your future. Elevate your mindset not to win her back, but to outgrow your old self. Growth creates contrast, contrast triggers reflection. If she remembers the version of you that was uncertain, overly available, or emotionally reactive, and now she sees a composed, focused, driven man, her mind will naturally compare the two. And comparison activates regret. Was I too quick to walk away? Did I underestimate him? Would things be different now? People rarely miss what stays the same, but they deeply feel when someone improves beyond their access. When she sees you evolving without needing her validation, she realizes your progress isn't dependent on her presence. That realization shifts the power dynamic completely. The strongest message you can send is this: I'm becoming better with or without you. And that quiet evolution speaks louder than any message ever could. Emotional reactions give information. Emotional control creates mystery. If she posts something clearly meant to provoke you, a picture, a quote, another guy, and you react instantly, you reveal your emotional position. You confirm she still has influence over you, and once she has certainty about your feelings, the tension disappears. Certainty kills curiosity, but when you remain calm, when you don't react, when you respond slowly, respectfully, and with composure, you become unpredictable, and unpredictability is psychologically powerful. When she doesn't know exactly how you feel, her brain fills in the gaps. She replays conversations. She analyzes your tone. She wonders whether you've moved on. That mental replay keeps you active in her mind long after the interaction ends. Emotional control doesn't mean being cold. It means being grounded. It means not arguing impulsively, not double texting, not trying to win every emotional battle, not reacting to every story or status. When you stay composed, you communicate confidence. And confidence is attractive because it signals stability. If she tries to test you and you stay calm, she feels the shift. She feels the difference between emotional dependence and emotional strength. And here's the key: when she can't predict your emotional response, she invests more mental energy trying to understand you. That investment is attachment reactivating. The final impression matters more than most people realize. If you beg, over-explain, cry excessively, or lose composure at the end, that becomes the version of you she stores in memory. And memory shapes perception. But if you end things with dignity, calm, respectful, self-assured, that becomes the standard she compares others to. No drama, no emotional collapse, no desperate messages, just strength. When the last image she has of you is confident and grounded, it creates psychological tension later. Because every future interaction she has will subconsciously be measured against that memory. And if other men react emotionally, chase, or lack composure, she will feel the difference. Strength at the end creates long-term impact. Missing someone isn't about manipulation, it's about space. It's about allowing emotions to surface naturally without forcing them. When you walk away strong, you leave with value intact. When you chase at the end, you reduce your perceived value. Self-respect is unforgettable, and trust me, people rarely regret losing someone who begged. But they often regret losing someone who walked away with quiet confidence.